I literally had to change my top because when I cook in the morning, I always like, just like a child, like a baby, I like fucking throw all the shit all over me and like have to just always like, have to wash this now because this is like the second top that I've ruined this morning in the space of 25 minutes. I have to just like wash all my shit. Because I get crazy with the eggs and like the avocado. I don't know what's happening to me, but I need like a fucking proper napkin or like some kind of Polish napkin, like what Babja actually got me, which is like a lot of napkins. But I was gonna sing Suzanne, and here we go, right? Suzanne takes you down to her place near the river. You can hear the boats go by. You can spend the night beside her, and you know that she's half crazy. But that's why you wanna be there. And she feeds you tea and oranges that come all the way from China. And just when you mean to tell her that you have no love to give her, she gets you on her wavelength and she lets the river answer that you've always been her lover. And you want to travel with her, and you want to travel blind, but you know that you can trust her, 'cause she's touched your perfect body, or her perfect body, with your mind. Dum dum dum, dum dum dum, dum dum dum. She's like the perfect muse. When I first heard Suzanne, I was 16 at Nancy Smiley's house. I was in this like big mansion, and like Nancy Smiley's like my mom's best pal, and we were like house sitting her house, and for some reason like my mom was like not even there or not awake that morning, and I was like in the house by myself, and I went into the like normal room that is the like living room, that dining room that Nancy has, and it's such a beautiful place. Like it was so like gorgeous, and I just remember like, oh my god, like she's got LPs, and I didn't realize she had LPs. So I was like looking at her LP collection, didn't know what Leonard Cohen was because I was like an embryo. I was like 16. Put the Leonard Cohen, like essential Leonard Cohen on, and I like didn't stop listening to it my whole fucking life. Like that's it. Like I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like you're like, his voice sounded different than anything else I'd ever heard in my life. Like, I don't know where he recorded his songs, but I think it was somewhere in heaven. I don't know which ladies he actually loved, because there's lots of speculation about who he was really with, which is very Virgo, like not to kiss and tell. Because he's like gonna sing songs, he's gonna be the muse, he's gonna be like everybody, like he's gonna be like one lady's man, but he's not gonna like be, you know, bragging about it like some rappers do or some singers do, which is quite icky to me. Like if you fucking, something happens to you and you fucking write about it and like you make a TV show about shit that really happened to you, I'm like, do you have anything else to talk about? And like, don't out all your pals. Like maybe all your pals don't want to be like part of the fucking story, you know? It's like, maybe your sister doesn't want that. Maybe your brother doesn't want that. Like ask your parents before you like rip their fucking life apart and put them in the like glare of the media. Because you know, someone said that fame is like the sun, and you get like tanned and you're like, thank God I have this attention and this adoration and this like acceptance, and it's like this glowing orb that you're part of like this great thing. And it's very kind of like religious. It's almost like Jesus-esque. It's like Messiah-esque. And then what happens is just like that, you get burned just like that, like so fast. It's like boom, then your whole fucking body's like red. Not that I ever get red because I don't burn in the sun. Like that is just tan. I don't know why I got tan so fast. Oh, because my mom is fucking, you know, gypsy sallow skin. Why did I not explain that earlier? Yeah, I'm not like a normal Scottish person, because you put me in the sun, I get like literally the color of this mug. This is my Sundance mug. Also, it's the only mug that I use, not because I like went to Sundance 50 million times my whole life with a movie, but I also was like a judge many times, a judge and juror, and also hosted the award show. My Sundance award show thing is funny because I did the whole award show, but also hosted, right? So the reason I use this mug is because it's actually like sturdy. Like all my other mugs, if I'm trying to put matcha in it every day, they like fucking fall apart. So it's like stuff for me, I like use the one that works. Like it's the one that's steady and strong and like proved itself to me as a mug. Like I was like, whoa, like that'll last forever. You could dishwash it. You're not trying to like hand wash the fucking matcha out of it every day. But I don't know what the fuck I was talking about Leonard Cohen for, because literally I feel like the muse is something he had that he gave to other artists. And everyone who's doing music right now, if you say to them, hey, like, do you think Leonard Cohen like informed your work? They're like 100% he informed all of my work. And you're like, yeah, I know, because that's how I feel about me as a director, or me as a writer, or me as a human being on this planet. Because it was like, getting the fucking correct, because he's a fucking Virgo wizard. So he was like, getting the fucking correct line for you. Be nice to people, be good-hearted, like, lift everyone up. Raise the roof on this place, like, make it a fucking party. And then have, like, as much, like, love and life that you possibly can bring to this world. Like, do it, but also make it classy, make it beautiful, make it stylish. And that's the thing I know he was doing. Like, I just know he was doing that, you know? And I was in the same room with him when I saw him play in Los Angeles. Like, he played Staples Center, which is such like a... I don't know, like, the people who used to go to Staples Center would go to, like, all these big shows, you know? And this was, like, Leonard Cohen at the big arena. And I was sitting in the front row, and I have told this story, like, every day of my life, and I'll tell it for the rest of the time, because I was like... what the fuck? He was like in his 90s, 80s or 90s, but like probably 90s. And he was grinding in a way that I have never ground. I don't grind like that. Like if I grind, I grind. Like I can fucking, I'm strong. But he was grinding on this other level that was like better than a 25-year-old. You know what I mean? Like he had more lung capacity than like the guys who we all know can like run up and down the football pitch now, like who are 20. He had this gift of an artist that was like 50 million. All the muses were in his like heart. He had like the love muse, the singing muse, the writing muse, the muse for your lover, like your private life where you're just like loving your lover like in a singular way. He was all about that level of depth. Like he was like, I do deep. I don't do anything other than 100% deep. So if you want to roll with me, you can do 100% deep too, but you can't even fucking come near me. Don't come near me with a 10-foot pole if you're trying to do something else, because he doesn't like respect it. But he ground his body like up and down. Like it was like this. His hips were up here and then they just like ground like so slowly. Like that all the way down to the ground and like didn't touch the ground. His ass was like that and then he like got back up really slow. Like this. But like even slower than that. Like the whole time. And I was like, I can't do that. Like that is insanity. Like I was like, what the fuck is he doing for us? And everyone's like screaming. There's these like young people screaming. The toddlers were fucking crying. It was so beautiful. The grannies are like, I've never seen that before. Like they're like, I wish my husband could do that. Every age was like, whoa, we're fucking floored by the entertainment factor. Like he was so entertaining that I understood like, oh my fucking God, like he's so good live. Obviously he's better live or whatever, which is insane because he was so good not live, you know? But that's the kind of thing you want to leave. It was like he loved us and he like, it's like he made love to the music industry so beautifully, so well, so articulately, so sweetly. Like he brought all this like macho, I'm your man, I'll be your boxer, I'm your fucking protection. Like I've got a Guy Honors vibes, but he's also like the best lover. on the planet, like so like subservient to whatever the need of the moment was, like going with the fucking flow like an artist does. I was like, this is like, I don't know what I did, but I like didn't even drive my car home because I was like, I can't even go to like my house right now, like this is insane. Like I was supposed to go home after that, and I remember just being like, now I have to just like sit in bars downtown or like walk around downtown, because like downtown LA is like, if it's not where you live, it's like a funny place to be like stuck, because it's a lot of like 100% homeless people on like on Skid Row, and then like, just fucking offices. And I'm like, oh, like the people in the offices who work in the offices don't go visit Skid Row, and then they like live in their fucking like big flats in downtown, and they just don't go to Skid Row. And they get out of their houses downtown by car, like getting from underground. They're like in their car, so they're just like protected from the whole fucking reality of what LA really is, and they don't ever see it. Like there's people who have lived downtown for like 30-40 years or their whole fucking time in LA, and they don't even know that Skid Row's there, or they know it's there, they've never visited, they just don't know what to do. And I'm like, oh, you know, they'll go to like the flower market like right next to it, but they don't go to Skid Row. And after Glow, there were so many times where we had a lot of shit left over, like at my sets, like on Bitch, there would be like lots of food left over, and I would just say to Crafty, like, I'm driving that shit downtown, like give it to me, I'll drive it to Skid Row. And people were like, I'll do it for you. And I was like, no, I'll just do it, man, because I just want to make sure it gets there, like I know where I'm going. You know what I mean? Because some of the people were like from out of town LA, and I'd be like, I don't really want to send like an out of town like person who's just arrived in LA, who just like is learning the fucking maps, like, I mean, they don't know where north is, and they're kind of like, oh, I don't want to like send them in the middle of the night, especially if they're working for us, like for Bitch. When we shot Bitch in Los Angeles, it was kind of like West Adams we filmed it in, which I loved filming in West Adams, because first of all, like I love the lady whose house we shot in, she knows who she is, but also like I just love West Adams, like I'm like, that is a cool area, like. But after we did Bitch, there was so much food left over, like so many like platters of things, and I'd just be like, yes, like I'm taking it to people who are going to eat it. And it was like so cool to like chat to people and be like, yeah, this is from our film set this is from our Glow film set that we are filming right now. And they'd be like, you know, the homeless guys be like, what is it? You know, because they don't have Netflix. And I'd be like, well, it's like a fucking wrestling show about like, and they'd be like, Glow Girls? And I'd be like, correct. And they were like, fuck. Or like, you know, if one of them hadn't heard of it, the other one would be like, listen, let me fucking tell you what the Glow Girls are, so you know like who's giving you this food. Because they were like pioneer wrestlers in the 80s that some people fucking gave a shit about and other people have never heard of. It's like one or the other. Like if you've heard of the Glow Girls, you fucking love them. You're like ride or die. And if you haven't, you're just like, I don't know what the fuck it is, and you don't really care about it. But people who've watched it, like their lives were changed. And I kind of was like, I was listening to Biffy Clyro a lot in my car, like trying to like amp myself up to wrestle. I'd listen to Leonard Cohen. I'd listen to lots of stuff that was like, get fucking clear, because you don't want to like miss a beat here. Like I can't be like a millimeter off in the ring, because I'll kill somebody or they'll kill me. If you make a mistake in the ring, like everyone gets fucked up by it. So you can't fudge one moment. And like Shauna Duggins used to be like, listen, Mariana, you're like the biggest girl in there. You have to like protect the other ones. Like don't literally when we had like this huge scene where Gina Davis was like singing, she had this like Bob Mackie like ethereal like crystal fucking bikini. It's not even a bikini because it's not a bikini, but it's like a one piece, not even a corset, because like Gina Davis does not need a corset, but it's like just like fucking amazing, like shiny 1980s until now. You could say Bob Mackie is like the reason why women look amazing like on the red carpet. But anyway, Gina Davis was like in our season 3 when the whole of us go to Vegas, like in the story, and she showed up in this like massive club. We were in this club filming, and the audience is like all the Glow Girls mixed with like all of these amazing like people who were like extras, Glow fans, cast, other cast, like it was so much shit, people going on, like there was so much happening in that scene, and we had to film it like the whole day. Shauna Duggins kept coming out to me and she was like, you're the security guard, like you have to know where all your pals are, like literally if something fucking happens, you're like taking them away, you're like cuddle them and like get them out the crowd if anything happens to like anyone who you're with who's like your Glow girl, and also anyone else you can help at the time, like if something happens, like you're in there, you're the one who's like taller than all of them, so you can actually like take care of them. And the fact that Shauna came up to me and was saying that is like, I don't know, that's like her job. She's like a fucking angel. She got like 75 awards because she's literally the queen of the world when it comes to, I mean, the story she told me, she was like pregnant and she did, like she jumped off of like she jumped along 5 buses and then jumped off of the end last one and like landed where she was supposed to land, like in this shot when they were doing like another TV show or another movie, or maybe it was Supergirl. I was like, are you fucking joking? Like I was like, if I was pregnant, I'd be like sitting down, like eating fucking like just plain yogurt because I couldn't like keep anything else down as a pregnant lady. I don't know if that's a Polish thing or not, but like obviously I love the cow's milk, plain and no sugar, and nothing else. Like I couldn't like take anything else. So I don't know if it was like because I had been vegan my whole life for like 10 years or something, I was like missing that, or my body was like, yo, the baby really needs like the cow's milk, the cow's milk in yogurt form, or if it was just like my stomach would never settle because like it was like my first pregnancy is gonna be like got to be like so insane. But I think what happened to Shauna Duggins was she was like, I fucking don't give a shit, like she could do anything. Like she was like, if I had to like walk to the other end of the world pregnant, I could do it and walk back, or she could like run back, like she would run like there was no tomorrow. Like she would jump up and down pregnant, and I was just like, she would do flips pregnant and all this stuff that they say like you're supposed to not do. She just did it all. And also like the fact that I even could talk to her, have a conversation with her, like she was such a cool like woman to woman. I remember even like saying to her, hey yo, I'm like coming in here day one to do Glow training, but also I'm shooting like another film that I'm directing. And it was bitch, it was like me, Jamie King, all these children, and like all these dogs. Elijah Wood was producing it. Like it was like insane timing because as I was filming bitch, I got Glow TV show for Netflix, and all this happened at the same time. And like I just wanted to be like, yeah, I can do all of them. I can do everything. And I talked to my lawyer, and my lawyer was like, Mariana, this is going to magically work out because everything you do seems to magically work out. Like that's just your MO. Like it magically works out for you, like your magic. And I was like, that is such a funny thing for like a lawyer to say. Like I was like, she's saying it because she like knows my life. It's not like she doesn't know my life up until this point. And it just like chilled me out. And I was like, I think it's going to be okay. But you know, as a Virgo, you want to be like, we have to get the calendars out. And there was like 2 or 3 days from Glow training that I would have to be shooting bitch because that was our schedule. And I remember just like bricking it and being like, I hope I don't lose Glow just because I can't do those 3 days of training. And I said to Shauna, like day one I met her, I was like, yo, I need to talk to you like in a meeting or whatever. And like I sat in her office or whatever because she didn't really like stay in her office because she was always in the ring or like running around doing something, like 1,000 things. She was doing like flips for us, and then us being like, right, this is how we do a flip. And then we would put it ourselves on camera doing it. Like that's how it worked. Like they would show us the fucking whole thing, and we were like, what the fuck even is wrestling? And they like literally taught us like the bits of it, and then we were like masters by the end. But she was always like, we have to bring it back to you guys not knowing a lot of shit about anything, because when we shoot the first season you guys have to be green, like pretend you don't know anything. And it was so cute that like we had that observation. Chavo Guerrero was also like, yo, wrestling feels nice. Like he used to always say that, and I was like, he's correct. But I remember saying to Shauna, by the way, I have these like 3 dates that I'm supposed to be filming, doing a movie that I'm directing and acting in. I'm playing a dog and a mom in this other film that I wrote. But she was like, yo, it's like, and I was like, but it's in LA. And she was like, well, and I was like, I'm just nervous I'm gonna lose Glow because of this fact. And she was like, you're not gonna lose your job don't worry, like, you're not going to lose your job. And I was just like, I love that she said that to me. Like, she just like had my back immediately. Like the first moment I met her, this is the first conversation I had with her, and it was private. Like, we were in like an office and all the other girls were like doing their thing outside. And I just remember like feeling like, oh, I'm on another level with these people. Like, this is another level of the video game. Like, they're so professional. They're not gonna like let anybody go for a 3-day thing, you know, like they're gonna be like, we'll be all like, we will survive Mariana not coming for 3 days of training out of like the 1,000 days that we have this year that we're gonna train her. Like, it was so cool. And I also, woman to woman, like, she fucking got it. She was like, she's fucking planned a bunch of shit around her own schedule. I think she can handle like another lady like coming in being like, oh, I happen to be like a movie director as well. Like, and also like that kept happening and kept like doing other jobs. Bitch, then I think it was Egg, and then it was Happy. I did all those things at the same time as Glow. Like, every time I did Glow, I also happened to be directing another fucking thing. And Egg was in New York and Happy was in New York. So these are all things that happened simultaneously. The idea that someone can be that much of like your savior and your like backup, that's what I'm talking about Leonard Cohen. Like, he was backup for like a million people I know in his life. And you can't buy that like level of loyalty. You can't create it if it's not there. You can't get it out of somebody like if they don't understand your life. Like, people are either like 100% behind you or they're like not even there. Like, they're just not even there. Like, you thought they were there, they're not there. You think someone's got your back, they fucking don't even know what it means to have a person's back. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, oh, it's 100% there. Like, in the ring, we were all there for each other. 100% with Glow. I was like, we were ride or die immediately with each other. And then still to this day, we have our little like WhatsApp group that doesn't end, continues into fucking the future of time. Somebody said they're going to make another Glow, like a Glow film, which is what happened to the real Glow girls. Someone did a film about them. So like, I'm into that vibe. I really want that to happen, but I'm also like, have an idea that here we are, like, we're in the year of the horse, so this could be a year where like all these things come to fruition. And why not, man? Like, why not? And also, I think it's like being someone else's muse and being someone else's inspiration, being someone else's cheerleader. Like, that's what I felt about Shauna Duggan. She's just our fucking cheerleader. Helena as well. Like, she's our fucking cheerleader. Like, I'd be like, I don't know about this one move, and she'd be like, I'll do it with you. Like, Helena would be like, I'll fucking do it with you, man. Like, let's just fucking do it for like, we'll do it like 1,000 times. That's what Chavo said. Chavo was always like, if you guys do like the moves 1,000 times, and when you're in the ring, you can do it as if it's natural, and it's not going to be like confusing to you if you've done it 1,000 times. She's like, facts of life. Like, if you prepare, you're going to be all right. But Helena would just be like, I'll fucking do the moves, that's fine. Like, the videos of me and Helena are just like into the end of time. Like, I have like 1,000 videos of me and Helena, like me flipping her flipping herself, me being like, let's go. Like, there's so many different outfits. I have so many different outfits that I like wore at different times. So I know like what year it was based on like how cool the like workout gear is I'm wearing. Because like in the beginning I was just like, what the fuck even am I doing? Like, I thought I was going to like yoga or something. So I had like I was wearing like weird shit. And you go, or Chavo would be like, you guys, like, take off your fucking jewelry. Like, what are you doing? You're gonna kill someone. Fucking get the rings away. Or he'd be like, get the fucking bracelet. I don't want this like bracelet. Like, get this gold on my face. And, like, he'd be like, your necklace is gonna like hit us all in the face. Or like, he'd also be like, you don't want to like be anything other than like neutral and aware and like safe. You want to be like the safest partner there is to wrestle with right now. Just like 100%. And we couldn't wear like anything that was like having like tassels or like something that could get caught. You know what I mean? Like, there would be so many things where you could like get caught and that would be you. Somebody else would be dead. So you're like, fucking don't wear anything too flashy in the ring, and just like be low-key, but I remember like the other thing they were so militant about was like tying the shoelaces. Like if you see somebody's shoelace untied, you just have to tie it. Like go tie their shoelace, because one shoe coming off could like kill them all. There's so many times where we were tying each other's shoelaces and like not even saying anything, and it was such a cute wee like, it felt like being in SEAL Team 6. I'm not joking. It felt like being in the military, where I was like all for one and one for all or whatever. Like it's not even that. They say something else in the military. It kind of feels like there's like quality codes that are happening in these military groups where you're like can be high achieving. It's called Culture Code, this book I read, and the book tells you that you could be like, the writer focused on like high achieving groups that won awards, like came out of fucking nowhere, came from nothing and won awards, were like paid, everything, were like high in their group, like you couldn't get higher. And how did they become so successful? And he said that they're all the same, because what they do, and whether it's like a team, sports team, or like Glow, or whether it's like the Glow Girls, or whether it's like SEAL Team 6, what they're doing is like, you have to go the pace of the person who's the slowest in the military. Like if you're holding a log all together, it doesn't matter if like the big fancy guys who are really strong can like push the log really far. If you fucking are that strong, like everybody drops the log, because you're not going like as slow as the weakest person. So you have to like be as weak as the person who's weak next to you, and then you can actually move forward. Otherwise you can't fucking go anywhere. That is the part that I was like crying, because I was like, oh my god, like that's so human that we all just like want to look after each other. Like fuck. And that's what they're doing. Like in the fucking military, you think they're just like doing push-ups and press-ups and shit, but it's like, no man, like they're just looking after each other. Like they're going as slow as the weakest person. It makes you cry. And it's kind of like the same kind of shit like that happens in packs of wolves or packs of dogs. Like the big ones know to like kind of slow down for all the wee ones. And I was like, oh my god, this is what Glow is. And then we did get all the awards. We got Emmys, Golden Globes, we got everything. We got SAG awards. Like I still have my SAG award. Like paper. I was like, oh, all this shit means so much to me. It's like paper achievements. It's like legit achievements, like it's on paper. And this idea that this guy who like was like took like some group of footballers in America from like low key, or like baseball, he took them from like really like the shittiest underdogs to like they're winning, you know what I mean, like they're winning everything. What he did is he said that he did that too, where he was like, whoever the weakest is, you got to look out for him, like fucking, or her, like be on this team, like you have, this is a fucking team, you know. And he would chat to them about their wives, he would chat to them about their kids, you know, he would like be a real dude. And when they would win, they would party like so hard, they would party. And that's what we did with Glow. Like we partied so hard. Like when we had the Emmys party at Netflix, we partied so much. Netflix, Ted Sarandos would take over like blocks of like LA parties street and be like, this is a block of, this whole block is a Glow party, like, and it would be like all these 1980s people dressed up, and it was fun to go to those things. Like it was like an event, it wasn't just like a party. Like I was like, this is nice. Like I was like, if Ted Sarandos could spend this money on my wedding, I'll have a fucking great time. Like it would be a great marriage. I'd be fucking married forever if that happens. Like if Ted Sarandos, like if Netflix, like the party planners could just fucking organize one wedding in Scotland, that'd be great. They know how to organize a party. They know how to get everyone there in limos. We were all so well dressed. We had like our hair and makeup. We had like our dresses. We had like our gowns. Like the gowns I wore to those things it was like Madame Adassa gowns. I was like, yo, Madame Adassa, can you design another dress for me? Because I have to go to another thing. She'd be like, yeah. And she came to measure me, and I was just like, this woman is like God's gift to couture beading and everything. Like, I was just like, oh my God. We did one where I was like Venus coming out of the water. Do you know what I mean? That was beautiful. I was like, oh my God. We did one where I was like this blue, my favorite one was like this blue, royal blue silk flowers that was like, oh my God. And I had like a pink lip, smoky eyes, and like crazy hair. It was so beautiful, that look. It's the kind of shit you could not pull off for £1 million in your own house. Like, it was just like, oh my God. But Netflix gave us a budget for all that. Like, you could look good and not be without your like group. Like, it was like, not only are we celebrating, but we're celebrating, we all look great. That was the thing in the interview. People were like, Mariana, like, how'd you feel? I was like, all the glow girls, we look so crazy in the ring, and then like we fucking clean up so nice. Like, we clean up nice. And it's true, if you look at all the glow girls, they like look like fucking movie stars. You're like, Jesus. They all looked fire. Like, it was like amazing. And then Shakira Barrera came in, like, it was like season 2 she came in. She hadn't been in season 1 or something, so she kind of was like, oh my God, like, that's intense to come into a group of women who's already like established their group dynamics. But she was like a wee bit nervous, and then wasn't really nervous at all, because I was like, yo, why don't you just come in my limo to this party? Because somebody had said like, oh, she's on the list or whatever, but like, how is she gonna get in or something? And I was like, well, fucking Shakira, just come with me, you know. So then I picked her up. She's like in my limo, and I was like, here's watermelon, organic watermelon from she was like, what? Like, I was like, yeah, no, it's from like Erewhon. I gave her like this drawer of like a tube of like all of this like fruit. She was like, what the fuck? Like, she was just not used to eating like organic shit from Erewhon, like organic fruit from Erewhon. That was not where she would shop. She was like, what the fuck is this? And then I was like, look at these blueberries and strawberries. And she was telling all the glow girls that like I have like the stash of fruit. But the glow girls were like, we fucking know, like, she brings that shit to the ring all the time. She's always like wrestling with like fucking crazy weird shit in her mouth. And I had to like swallow so fast. But I was like, yo, it was just funny because we were going to Chateau Marmont for like the Emmy's party or something. We looked amazing. She looked amazing. We had fun on the red carpet that night. And I remember just taking the piss out of us, like being like, oh my God. The other thing is Jackie Toone still owes me money. And she will never pay me back. Like, this is a problem. It's like her star sign or whatever it is. I don't know what's rising or what is going on. What is her Venus sign? We don't know. But whatever her star sign is, she's the type of person, if you make a bet with her, she just like, that she loses, she'll never pay you. Like, I was like, oh, burned. Because I was like, you know what, Jackie? It was her pound. I was like, you can give me a Scottish pound. And she was like, I don't even know what a pound is. I was like, you can be British change. She was like, I don't know what that is. I was like, currency exchange. Like, go, you can go, get it. Get me a pound, like, you owe me money. And she was like, no, because she doesn't go to, like, Jackie going somewhere, like, in the real world is not her MO. She's, like, got shit to do. And I was like, oh, my God. But Jackie was the first person I met. I met Jackie Toone at the audition and the callback. And I was like, at the audition, I was like, hey, we're gonna get this. Like, you and me are gonna get this job. And she was like, who is this, like, fucking witch? Who's being nice to me in the audition room? Because, like, I guess nobody's nice to each other in the audition room, or Jackie'd been in so many where she hadn't been, like, you know, the queen of the waiting room or something. But I was, like, treating her like the queen of the waiting room because she is. And she told me, I kind of felt like she had done a story about Gilda Radner, or, like, she'd played Gilda Radner or something, because I was just like, this woman is fucking on top of the, like, acting game. And I remember just feeling like that she's, like, funny in such a specific way, and it's, like, perfect for her character. That's why I thought she was going to get the job. And we were all going to get it together. Like, I felt that feeling. I don't know why I felt it. I just had, like, a premonition. And it's the kind of thing that like you want to say. Like you want to be like, oh, we're all getting this job. But I said it like before we got the job. Like when we were just in the mix. But I also remember seeing the like casting director that I knew from Girls TV show. Like she had cast me, Jen Houston had cast me in Girls TV show. And I had remembered being in a lift with her right when it was like, I think it was the callbacks. And it was like we were in a lift. And you know how I think sometimes for actors, it can be so awkward because you're like going in to like be judged or whatever. But I didn't think about it like that with Glow. Because Jen Houston and I are like mates basically. And you want to be like mates with whoever you're vibing with on a different day or a given day. And I think Ali had been cast and Jen was like, oh, we cast the part of Ruth. And I was like, oh my God, who'd you guys give it to? Because I was like so excited just about like the show. Because I was like, you know what I mean? Like a fan. And she was like, oh, you like gave it to Ali Bree. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I think I was like, fuck, she's going to be amazing. Like, she's going to be so amazing. And then Jen was like, yeah, she's going to be amazing. And I think because I had that level of like enthusiasm for the whole thing, for some reason on an energy level, that might have had something to do with it too, where you're just like coming in enthusiastic instead of being like, oh yeah, no, I'm having a shit day, or like, I feel weird about this character, I feel weird about my worth, you know what I mean? It's like not about, are you worthy? It's like, no, like, I'm fucking worthy, I'm pumped to be here. It's like a very different energy after you audition a few times. You learn how to like be motivated through pain or open after pain or whatever. Like, you're like, no, I'm up for this. It's like, shoot me down, I don't care. Like, let's go. That's sort of the feeling. And you want to have enthusiasm in the room as well. Like, I was making big gestures and being like, yes, you know, like making these huge gestures. And also they said, can you do a forward roll? And I was like, yes. And also they were like, can you I don't know what else they said. They were like, I said to them, because it was Genji Cohen in my callback and Carly and Liz, and I was like, oh, you guys make the best television. Thank you for making the best television in the whole fucking world. I just said that because I was like, that was facts. They had made Orange Is the New Black. They had made everything. So it was like, oh, yes, thank you. And I could leave the callback feeling like I did give enthusiasm or something, you know? And that's the whole thing. Like, they have to just pick people. And they fucking picked me. It's weird how they did that. Like, to think about, like, how intense it was to be picked. And I just was, like, with Tara Jade Polka, I was at the Glendale Galleria. Like, what I would do with Tara is, like, she would do the audition with me. My niece would do the audition, like, 1,000 times with me. And then I got the job. And I also know that I feel like that's where she was, like, just my fucking hype person as well. Like, I was like, I can't believe that level of loyalty. That's like a ride or die niece. Like, some nieces are like there for you, some nieces are not, but she's the only one I've got, and she's like so there for me. She's like a rock. And I was like, oh my God, like, she got me the job. Like, if it wasn't for her fucking just being repetitive with me and like doing it a million times again, I wouldn't have done that job the way this. I couldn't have done the job the same way, because like it enabled me to be free, to be that prepared. Like, as a Virgo, I have to be so prepared, and then I can be free. And I remember being in the Glendale Galleria with her, and I even remember like the parking lot. It was like this weird parking lot for like where the callbacks were and where it was like kind of in Koreatown, but not. Like, it was like a weird building I'd never been to. I didn't care. I just like went in. I was like, here we go. But it was like a shitty parking lot. But I was like, I don't care. Like, this is great. Like, I could live in this parking lot. Like, this is my vibe. And then I remember like driving back to like Silver Lake, getting Tara and being like, let's go to the Glendale Galleria. Because as like a niece, as like a 14-year-old niece, that's what she wants to do. She wants to go to Glendale Galleria because we can get our hair done in a dry bar. We could go to La Pan and get like fucking lemonade with fucking real, I'm going to make this at home because it sounds good, real mint leaves in it, and have like amazing salads, and like, oh, their food was so good. And Tara would get like little like desserts, because she would be like, like Tara was just like eating whatever. She would eat these little like, I remember like a wee raspberry tart. She'd be like, can I have a raspberry tart? And I'd be like, oh my God, she's still so cute. Like, even though she's like a teenager. And I remember just being like, taking her to the Apple shop, taking her to J. Crew, like taking her to all the spots. And for some reason, there's this like beautiful, Rick made this beautiful place where everything's golden. Like the fountains are golden. It's called the Americana. Like there's such gold. There's like a gold fountain of like this like beautiful, like rising to the sun, like gold sculpture. And you're just like, oh my God, this is America. Like they made it nice here. And we were sitting next to that fountain because we always would just like go, there's a sushi place there we would go to, where I remember like we would tell each other so many like secrets. And then I remember like being sitting at that fountain when I got the phone call that I got the job in Glow. And I was screaming, and Tara was like, oh my God. Like seeing her face was so satisfying, like just to see that like what we had done, all the work that she and I had put in had paid off, and I got Reggie on Glow. Like it was like, what? Like the kids' work paid off. Like it felt like she used to be Little Kid Arms when we would play. My friend Noah Gershman would call her Little Kid Arms because she suddenly got good at Shanghai the game. Like we were just like, oh shit, like now we have to watch out for her because she's like another player who's going to be like not just like a child at the board. Like suddenly she's like winning all this shit. And Noah was like, all right, Little Kid Arms. Like he called her that because he was like, don't underestimate the child. There was so many things that were funny. And one of the things that was funny was just like us kind of like giving the finger to the world by that job and being like, do you know what? Like we can make it in America or whatever. Like I was living in like a shelf or like in a tiny studio with like 7 foster dogs, loads of wee puppies that we were fostering. Like it was like a crazy life at that point in a way. Like it was so like low key. And I knew, and Tara kind of knew with Glow, at least I knew with Glow, that it meant like an up in the game, like lifting up like my whole family and my whole community, leveling up in the fucking video game and being like, okay, so now I can like look after more people. And it just felt like fucking thank you, Jesus. Like I also thought Babcia Bronya from heaven got me that job. Like I just felt like my granny was in heaven and she was like, and my dad in heaven got me that job. Like I felt like the two of them were like in cahoots. But at the time, my dad was still alive. Like he was in hospital, but he was still alive. And I remember feeling like Babcia Bronya got me the job. And then when Glow premiered, when it was like the first time the first show happened, that's when my dad passed away. And I also remember that happening simultaneously and just being like, I feel like that happened on purpose because there's these like levels of meaning to life, like back to the Leonard Cohen songs or his lyrics or his poems. You're like 1,000 kisses deep. Like you're a master, like the Tower of Song. You're a master of your work. So what are you fucking going to do now? Like you've done your job for 20 years now, or you've done your job for 6 years now. Or this is your 7th film or like your 12th season of this fucking TV show. So what are you going to do now? Like, how are you going to be? How open are you going to be? Are you a lily to the heat where you just like open? He was like, I loved you. 1,000 kisses deep. He says, I loved you when you opened like a lily to the heat. You're like, whoa, he understands what it means to be in your 10th decade of life or wherever the fuck as a human being, and you got to stay open, got to stay loose, got to love the people, got to give them all the shit, like give it away, like give it all away. You're like, oh my God, that's my best dress. Give it to someone who likes it better than you've ever loved it. Like go, take it away. Like I don't even need it. Doesn't fit me anymore. Like maybe it fits me physically, it doesn't fit me spiritually. So let's go, like bye-bye. But like that thing of like, you give your gift of work too. Like whatever films I've made, I hope they've been alchemy, where it's like, this might be dark. The story might be dark and then it gets lighter. This life might be hard, but we get softer. Like, whatever you were, maybe you were bitter, but you get sweeter. Like, it's bittersweet now, but it's not bland. You know what I mean? It's like sweet. There's sweetness there. So like, I don't know, like, I loved you when you opened like a lily to the heat. I loved you with my frozen love, with my secondhand physique. Like, he's talking about how he doesn't look good. Like, he's not a supermodel. His secondhand physique is like, he still had sex with people even though he felt insecure or whatever. Like, we all do. Like, oh my God. I loved you with my frozen love, my secondhand physique. For everything that ever was, 1,000 kisses deep. It's like, oh, if you've done 1,000 kisses, it's like, who are you now? Who are you now? Like, Andre Lascaris, my DP, the first DP that I had for Bitch. I mean, not Bitch, but Glow. I mean, not Glow, but Good Dick. Oh my God, like, all the titles are like all in one word, actually. They're all in one theme. But when I met him, I was like 20 and I was like, I'm going to make this film as a director, but I'm an actress. But I didn't put it like that. And I was like, yo, tell me something, you know, and he was like, no, like, you're the director, you're my master, like, I'm your servant, like, I'm your butler, I'm beneath you, you tell me your vision and I'll go with that, and I just follow your vision. Like, I'm not here to like talk to you about anything other than servicing you and your vision and the film and this story. And I was just like, he's cool. But one of the things that he said to me is, like, in Greece, where he's from, in Metsela, when he goes back there, they're not like, oh my God, your film just went to Sundance. Like, your director Mariana Paquet's film went to Sundance. Like, they don't talk about it like that. Like, he's just like, they want to know, like, the old dudes who are playing chess, like, on the water in Metsela, who have been there for like generations and centuries, they will say to you, who are you now? Like, you were gone for like a year or something, so who are you now? And it's like, who's your soul? Like, what are you? Like, what's going on with your heart, your life, you know? Who are you now? Like, it's not about what was your latest job. So Andre kind of like eased up my perspective and like relaxed me in a funny way, because what happens when you work with other people and you collaborate is you just like chill the fuck out, actually. And like stuff that you wanted to be organized about and like have a list about, the world is like, you know what, this is your first film, so we don't need that list, like, just put it away. But you can like focus on this other shit of like what it actually is to do the job, which is a whole other thing. It's like, can you dance on that foot that's broken? Are you gonna cry in the corner? Are you gonna dance on it? Like, maybe you should dance on it, see if it's still sore once you're out there, you know what I mean? And this feeling of collaboration, I'll never forget. Just never forget. And the wide-eyed thing, 1,000 kisses deep. I know you had to lie to me. I know you had to cheat. You learned it on your father's knee and at your mother's feet. But did you have to blow it all and start a fire across the street, or fight the fire along the street? Like, Leonard Cohen just like watching this person, like, not just betray him, but like run across and like start a fire across the street and like fight the way across the fire. Like, just like, Leonard Cohen was like calm over here watching this person destroy something. And he was like, that is 1,000 kisses deep. That's also part of the song or the poem that he has, because it's a poem and a song. And you're like, he loved so strongly. I loved you in the morning. Or he's like, I loved you as you opened like a lily to the heat. So beautiful. But that's like the first verse. And then he's talking about this betrayal. And then at the end, he's kind of like, so what is it to live? You know, like, you can't just like have no scars. It's sort of like, you've had the scars and you have these battle scars. You have awards on your like lapel right here. Like, where military people have awards. It's like it's next to their heart. It's on their lungs. It's next to their heart. Like, it's not on their shoulder. It's not like on their head. It's not in their brain. It's not their ideas, their thoughts. It's like their heart had to be open to win these awards, to get this accolade, to be this like dazzling in your realm. You did it all. Like, you ticked every fucking box. You got every award you could. And then you also have the battle scars. Like, if you lift that, you open it. It's like, no, mate, like, I have all these scars from fighting, or bruises, or like broken limbs, you know. Like, I've never broken a bone, but like, if I had to break a bone for a job, I would do it, you know? My God, like, oh my God. And also, there's just something about the action that was collaboration in this world. And I've not listened to a lot of Leonard Cohen songs like since he died, because like when people die, I take it personally. Like, when Leonard Cohen died, I was like, that's another person who's like going to party with my dad and Bapcha in heaven. Like, and also my other Jaja Henyush, and like, we're just like, hello, because Jaja Henyush was like walking me around. Jaja Henyush was like a circus act. Like, he did all this fucking shit in the war where I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck did you do? And he did so much. But he told me that when I was like 7 or something, he was like, I just really want to dance at your wedding. Like, he's like, that's what I'm holding out for. Like, I just want to like get to the point where I can dance at your wedding. And he said it to me in Polish, obviously, because we didn't speak English. But I was like, my wedding? Dance? Like, I was like, oh my God, like that idea. Like, no one had like mentioned that I might get married. So he was like the first person to ever say it to me. And it was like such a cool thing for like a granddad to say. And I was like, concepts that we deserve. Dance Me to the End of Love. That song by Leonard Cohen. Like, la da 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 da, da 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 da. That's the song where he's talking about dance me to the children who are asking to be born. That made people want to be parents, that line. Just that one line in a song is like, I'll have to be a parent now. I have to be a parent now because I have to know what it feels like to like be in a relationship and look after a kid at the same time. Like, love so many things at once and stay open and stay like in the zone of like loving everything. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is to be a real woman or a real man. And dance to the children who are asking to be born. Like, you know that when you're with people, like, you can make babies. Like, that's part of every moment of every day for every human being on the planet. Like, at any time, any two people could make a baby together. Done. It's happening. Happens every day. But I thought about it, like, because I heard Dance Me to the End of Love at Nancy Smiley's house on that LP in the Essential Leonard Cohen. And I was like, there's no other song that made me more in love with life than that one, because it doesn't feel like the end of love. It feels like the beginning again. Like, it should be called Dance Me to the Beginning of Love again. You know what I mean? Or just once. Because you have to open your fucking heart again. So he knew what he was on about. I'm not going to lie. He knew what he was on about. If you want to say one thing that you quote me on this, Leonard Cohen knew what he was talking about. I know every one of his songs off by heart. It's like Shakespeare. I know all of his plays off by heart, and I know all of the sonnets off by heart, but I only do them in a Glasgow accent because I will not do it in RP English, because nobody talked like that. Nobody ever talked like that in England. When Shakespeare was writing original pronunciation, he was writing for the working class voice, like a Glasgow accent, like a Cockney English maybe, or like Irish, or like Birmingham. But Shakespeare rhymes if you do it in my accent, and if you do it in a Southern American accent, it also rhymes, because Southern American comes from Scottish and Irish. You're like, what? It was working class? Yes. the whole fucking thing was working class. Like, he wrote for working class people. The people who showed up for his plays were working class. They were all people who worked or didn't have a job, because it was like before unions, before jobs. Like, they just were poor. They didn't have anything except his words. So, like, you better believe that they were the people's words, because he was of the people. You know what I mean? Like, if you were writing back then, if you were an actor, you were a pirate, you were a renegade, you were like ostracized from society, you were like someone who had been in jail. Like, it wasn't like, do you know what I mean? Like, you were not revered. You weren't like someone with a swimming pool in LA, you know, in your house. Like, no, it wasn't like that. You didn't have a house. Your house was the theater. Like, you didn't go anywhere else. You slept in the fucking rafters. Like, you didn't have anything. Like, if you got snacks, it's because someone threw some shit on the stage at you and you're like, oh, suddenly a meal. But, like, you know, there was not a canopy. You were not going to, like, a garden party where, like, everyone's got, like, this idea of the fact that you're an actor and we should revere you. There was no hierarchy. It was just like, you're here, you're part of the community. Let's make art from there, because that's the only way he could write 64 plays or whatever it fucking was. And he wrote so well for women because his daughter gave him so much shit, which I understand, because Tara Jade Polka was my niece, and her whole teenage life, she did not, like, take any prisoners. She was like, Mariana, don't do that, don't do this, don't do this, like, please don't do that, oh my god, don't do that. But you need that kind of, like, real true voice in your life as a, like, the reality voice as an artist, so that you can listen to someone who's younger than you in your family and be like, oh my god, let me take their wisdom, you know. And I think what happened is Shakespeare put that, like, sharp-tongued woman into his female roles that he wrote. And it's very likely that Beatrice in Much Ado About Nothing is based on his daughter. And you're just like, oh my god. And if his daughter was a wit, imagine, like, his fucking daughter's a wit, so you're like, oh my god. You know, he better catch up with that whole vibe, and he did. So there's something to be said for the fact that if the stuff is good, I just remember it. Like, if the songs are good, like Leonard Cohen's poetry, his lyrics are not just lyrics to me. And Shakespeare's not just a dude to me, you know. They brought this healing journey to open everybody's hearts and forgive everyone, you know. Like, it's okay to be a human being. Like, you're forgiven for everything that happened, and let's go from there. Like, what is it like to do life now from the forgiveness zone? And let's not forget it. Go right now and try and do an English accent and be like reading the Shakespeare and go, anything that you want to say. I just think there's something to be said for being a big feeler in this life, being a big crier, and like a big laugh person, and just go with the fucking flow, because the muses are there. You just have to like scratch the surface and you're like, oh my god, the muses are here. And I think that kids shouldn't be on the internet, because like it destroys their life, but also it fucks with their brains and it makes them like lose a sense of their own emotional regulation. So I believe that to be true, but I also think the internet as an adult connects us to the words of healing power that exist and have existed for thousands of years. You know what I mean? Like, people were like, if you look at any tradition, like the kilt, that isn't something they've done in the last 20 years. Do you know what I mean? It's like, they did it before we could speak. Dudes had the ancient kilt. Like, they had the ancient kilt, which was all the way down to their ankles. They folded it like that, pleated it themselves. It was their own tartan from their own clan. everybody had a different clan. If you had a different last name, that was it. You were just ride or die for this clan. But you had to, like a sari, have a pleat. So it would be thick and it wouldn't go to your knees. It went to your ankles, and it was this massive piece of fabric. So it was this long piece of fabric that you had to also put around your head like that. So you were like the Grim Reaper. So when the Romans came to Scotland, they didn't see men. They saw the fucking Grim Reaper, fucking like 6'4" running after them. And the Romans were like, we cannot conquer that land. Like, they went back to England and they built Hadrian's Wall to keep the Scots out, because they were like, these cunts are fucking scary. And if the Romans, who like took over the whole fucking world, got to Scotland and got scared by the Scottish guys, that is telling you something. And you look at Hadrian's Wall and go, oh my God, like they did fucking build that thing. I remember going down there with the Laurel Bankers and being like, oh my God, like this is such a turn on. Like, like our Scottish guys were so mental that they had to build a wall, like a wall to keep them out. That's a funny fucking thing. Not like a fence or like, here's a line in the sand where you go, that's Scotland, that's England. No, it was like, there's a fucking wall. It was like a compliment to Scottish guys. Like, they were so fit. They were so fit. But anyway, the kilt would be their protection. It was like protection from the rain, protection from the wind, weather, sleet, snow, everything. So you were warm, you were naked, you didn't have fashion. It was before they even had a button. No one had designed a button. This is like an ancient time. So like, you can't Google this shit about the ancient kilt. We just know this fact. And there's things that aren't Googleable about being a human being that AI is never going to catch up with. Because we know what it's like to cry. And we know what it's like to be there for each other. We know what it's like to hear a song and like get like a heart palpitation where you go like my heart just skipped a beat then. But the ancient kilt was also his fashion and his house, because they didn't have houses. So he would sleep in the trees. We were arborists. People would live and sleep in the trees. And if a guy was like, hi, so do you want to sleep in my kilt tonight? It was like, that's it. Like, you guys are married. That's it. Like, you would be cozy. You would be safe. You had to protect. You had like what Prince Harry is looking for, which is like full-time protection 24/7. Like a man physically there for you to protect you. Ride or die. Like, who will bleed for you? Like, I can take a punch. I don't mind to bleed. As long as afterwards you feel bad for me. That's a line from The Guy Who Said Goodbye to You. Was Out of His Mind. That's a really good song by somebody Griffin. He's just like this American like singer-songwriter who knows how to write a song for a woman. But that thing, in reality, like, you kind of do need protection. So that's what the Scottish guys were doing. That's how they protected their wife and the kids. They were just like, yo, we're going to hide in the trees, but also have a fun time and be warm. And then also, no one's ever going to understand the ancient kilt, because what it is now is a wee short thing that's a wee like mini skirt, basically. It's like goes to your knees. It's longer than a mini skirt, but it's not, doesn't go all the way down. Like, if it went all the way down, you're like, oh my God, like, what a cloak. And just to put the point out there, like, we lived in a world where Scotland existed before you could Google about it. Scotland existed before Outlander, like, sorry to say. We were here first, you know? And the idea that Scotland was really opened up cinematically from Braveheart. I remember like 1991 when that happened. It like blew the head off of what Scotland could be. And we were just like, fuck, oh my God, we can do anything. Like, Mel fucking Gibson came here, got a bunch of Irish guys. He got Peter Mullen and Davy Mackay to be like standing there. He knew who he was hiring. They knew who they were hiring when they hired Peter Mullen and Davy Mackay. That was to say that was good casting is like the understatement of that century. Yeah, no, we'll run and we will live. Like, no, we want to run away and like go back to our wives and like get a snack. We don't want to like be here fighting this battle for you, wee man. And you're not William Wallace, because he's supposed to be 10 feet tall. And then he's like, yeah, I'm supposed to have lightning bolts coming out my arse as well. Like, just got Scottish humour. And we were just like, he understands what it means to get a laugh in Glasgow. Like, that film got a laugh in Glasgow. It got tears in Glasgow. It had, like, the stuff about Mirren, like him dreaming about Mirren, is too good. It's so good. It's the perfect cinematic film to open the heart of Scotland. And it was right around the time of Shallow Grave, Trainspotting. These films that are like, oh my God, Fridge, Peter Mullen's film. Oh my God, you were like, we're cool, we're cool, we're cool. Like, actually, we're cool. And the idea that Sweet 16 happened at that time as well, I was like, oh my God, like, Ken Loach loves Scotland. He loves Glasgow, you can't lie. And I remember being radicalized by these films. And from then until now, with like Everybody to Kenmure Street, you're just like, oh my God. It's so radicalizing. Cinema is like the reason why we get up and go out in the house. Like, from our house, we're like, oh, it might be raining, it might be snowing. Out we go to the cinema to see, you know, whatever is the new film. And we cry about it. You know what I mean? Like, grown men cry. I've sat in cinemas where all that, like, I swear that premiere, the grown men sitting next to me cried on me. Like, I was just like, oh my God, there's so many like tall dudes, huge muscly guys sitting there just being like and then laugh, crying at the funny bits, and then being like and I was like holding together. Like, I was sitting next to Lenny Mullen as well, and I was like, Lenny, like, get your blue eyes like out of my, like, I don't know, he was just both sides. There was another guy on my other side. There were so many behind me as well. There was Mary Mullen behind me, and she was like feeling the whole thing. I was just like, I am gonna not, like, I was like holding it together. And then the scene that made me cry, and I swear, is when I thought it was gonna be when he went into a library and he could be in a library for the first time. But the thing that actually made me cry is when he's on like the train home and he actually gets to like talk to a girl and like talk in a way that's like flirty and be flirty, because he couldn't be flirty ever before, because he didn't have that, like, he was like too unwell to be able to even talk to a lady. And the fact that he could do it on the train home, it made me cry, because I love intimacy. So he could like be intimate for a second, and even if it's like 1 second of one man's life, it's worth it to me. Like, whatever journey he had to go through to get to that moment where he just gets to like pretend with this girl on the train that he doesn't have Tourette's. It was like, that's where I cried. And then the guys next to me were like, Miranda, shut the fuck up. Like, and I was like, you fucking cried the whole time. You know, we were just like, oh my God, like greeting. This, our row, and every row at the GFT was like a river of tears, like a river of Glasgow tears, just being like, that'll fill the fucking Clyde. More than anything else, more than any other like rain that there is in Scotland. Anyway, what a fucking story to tell, because I'm literally like feeling all the feelings today. This is what happens when you are a woman. You feel it all, and you are healer vibes, so you feel it all, and you kind of have to like process it all and like lift it all up for everybody and just go, yo, everyone go see I Swear. Watch the film and then let's have a conversation about it. Because after you've watched the film, everybody's going to be like, right, we can have a convo. That's like informed. And that's the whole point. The whole fucking point is you want to be informed. And also, like, Glasgow's just going to get beautiful in the sunshine. And I can't wait for that. Like, I was just in Marbella where it's like sunny. And then you come back to Glasgow and it's like 10 degrees, 20 degrees colder. And you're just like, right, jackets on, gang, let's go. But we'll see what happens. We'll just see what happens. I was about to watch the Leonard Cohen documentary. And I was like, I'd rather write a fucking show about it myself, or make a video about it myself because I saw the documentary and it was okay. And Bono said, ages ago when I watched it, I remember Bono saying, Leonard Cohen has you at every point of your life. Like, every one of his songs is perfect for a different point of your life. Which you can translate as an artist into, like, you better listen to every one of his songs. I'm gonna cry now. God, now I have to make a decaf iced latte to like soak up all my tears. I love you guys so much. I hope you're out there like living your life. I hope you're living your dreams. I hope that if you're having to be brave today, just go out and do it. Like the amount of people I see in Scotland just being brave anyway is so inspiring, especially the grannies getting on the bus when they probably feel like they just want to sit at home and be depressed. The grannies were like, no, I'm going to go on the fucking 99 or 77 or the 3 bus and just be like, oh my God, like now I've got somebody to chat to. The stuff they'll tell you, like if you're worried about something, a Scottish granny will sort you out. You just go sit on a bus with them and be like, yo, ask their advice and they'll be like sorting your life out. Anyway, love you guys, bye.